feeling, yeah. Oh, sometimes I get a feeling, yeah. I get a feeling that I feel, I get a feeling.
So Production Saloon's brought to us by Kiwi Auto Spares, Jared.
It certainly is, as our front row has Corey McQuillan and Jerry Phillips, who looks like he's already decided he's going to go for a race by himself. And we come out of Enviro we'll wave the green. Phillips was about a car length in front of McQuillan, but we ain't racing for the ranch. As we look further back, we go back to Cox with Prattley in the BMW. Daniel Cox there in the 66 car as well. As we look at the 77, the FTO on the outside, but it looks like Prattley shoots straight up the inside. And Gary Cox in the 6 car. I'd say there's a little bit of paint exchange in the middle of all that. Out in front though, the Commodore of McQuillan to the outside of Phillips in the Prelude. And McQuillan, of course, he ran here last meeting in his saloon car. Now he's back in the production. As we look at the 3rd place spot of Greg Prattley, he's managed to break free a little bit, and we've got a wee bit of a push on through Enviro Waste as he's looking for the right line to suit this wee BMW. And we're going to go yellow. We are. We've missed something large lying on the track. It looks like a drive shaft from this angle.
It does, doesn't it? It's probably an exhaust.
Yeah, actually, fair call on that one. Given half these cars don't have drive shafts, and they're all going,
and they're all mobile. That was really the clue that gave.
Well, actually, funny you should say that. I remember an event years ago, and I won't say what it was, and I won't even say where it was, where there were bits of cars lying on the track, including a drive shaft. Now, the particular meeting, somebody needed a time delay, and there was an exhaust and a drive shaft that ended up on the track somehow that fell out of street stocks, but not a single car was on the infield.
So someone just carrying a spare and chucked it out the window
to get the red lights.
To get the red lights.
For the pit, what was going on in the pits.
The resourcefulness of race car drivers, will never cease to amaze me. So who have we got there? We've got Jerry Phillips in the lead, and he's leading them round at the moment under yellow. Corey McQuillan in 2nd place. He's set the fastest lap, I think. I noticed the ELS is reset, but that previous lap he was the quickest. Then Greg Prattley, Cox, Palmer, Sherlock, Johnston. Oh, the 66, the other Cox. We've got 2 Cox out there.
As we go racing, it is Phillips, and he leads us away in the Dr. Butts Botcon car. And Prattley's got a bit of pace. Tony's gone bright red, and he's in matching colours to Jerry Phillips' car right now, to be honest. And Prattley looking right on the back of McQuillan here, as the front wheel skidders are all backing up there mid-pack. Palmer looking to the outside of Cox. Rather than just go round him, it sort of went for a full detour out to the wall and cut Sherlock off in the process. The 9 car of Johnson behind Sherlock as Palmer gets through in the 77. Prattley's up the inside of McQuillan down to Enviro Waste. Gets hard on the brakes, gets a little out of shape. At the moment, we're in the hands of this race of Jerry Phillips. He is leading us, the ABC driving school car. And McQuillan right on the heels. Of course, this grade was at one stage done near Formula Holden with all the Commodores. And the old VK Commodore is looking to the outside of Phillips. Phillips just trying to keep that car in the middle of the track. If you want him, you're going to have to go around him. McQuillan's looking to that outside line. He's made the move. Now Phillips is just letting himself drift up a little bit on the track. Of course, it's a very, very long way around over at turns 1 and 2. He's given himself a couple of car lengths in the 68. Now Palmer's up the inside of Prattley, but Prattley just closes the door there. Sherlock's in there for a bit of a battle as well. Out in front, still Phillips, back to McQuillan, Greg Prattley, and Palmer in the 77. As we're battling fairly hard throughout the pack, but we're not getting too many positional changes at the moment. Sherlock's battling there with the 6 car of Cox. And it is Jerry Phillips still leading us around. We've completed 6 laps, so we must be heading towards an 8-lap race. And McQuillan right on the heels of the 68 machine. They haven't caught up with the 10 car of Banks, who is slowing. So that'll be the first of the back markers they come across. Palmer's looking to make that move up the inside of Prattley. White flag is out. Phileas goes to the outside of Banks. Just about scuffs the 10 car on the way past. McQuillan's just slipped back a wee bit, settled into that second spot. Pratley third. Doesn't look like there'll be a lot of changes unless the back marker has effect here. Jerry Phileas into Enviro Waste. Keeps it in the same line he's done for the last 22 years. Brings it across the start-finish line, takes away the race win, back to McQuillan, and very nearly a Pratley taking second there, but had to get on the brakes very quickly.
So Jerry Phileas doing what he does best, which is starting a race and finishing it in first place. Fastest lap of 21.20, but he wasn't the quickest out there. Actually, that was Palmer in the 77 car at a 21.07. So that was good racing from Scott Palmer there. Came through in fourth place and very nearly got into third at one point as well. We have a little piece of paper here, which do you want to talk about that, Ivan, because that's actually quite significant.
Yeah, I do. Last meeting, Josh Turner in the 38C car broke a one-lap record here in the productions with a 20.2540, so he now holds the one-lap record. I'm just trying to verify, young William Sherlock came and said to me that he thought they had broken the 8-lap record. The girls are trying to dig it out for me tonight so we can give those guys some recognition for breaking lap records here, so
Yeah,
that's
fantastic.
good on them, you know.
So he's not here racing tonight, but last meeting we believe he set the new lap record for production saloons at Woodford Glen, a 20.254.
And the bit that I always find amusing, if you go back to the early 1980s, that was the lap times the super saloons were doing around this track.
Yeah.
And those